Hi you guys! So in this video I'm going to be showing you how we made some foam clay ornaments. I had a lot of fun with this, you guys. We've been making foam clay ornaments for a few years now, but this is the first year we've actually made some that we want to keep forever. So I thought I would show you guys what we've been up to. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, you guys, so this all started with Alice in Wonderland cookies. I absolutely love Alice in Wonderland. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I was like, I need to make these cookies. So first I'm going to show you how to make the really tiny orange cookie with the little pink on the top. So I'm taking 2 blocks and I'm trying to make a cube out of it, which really works. Look at this. It actually looks like a little rounded cube, which I think it looks so cute. And I don't know if you guys have just blocks hanging around anywhere, but it helps. So now I'm poking holes in it because this helps it dry faster and it helps it from not puffing up later on and creating cracks. Okay, so now we're going to create the little decorations on the top. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing, is trying to get 12 or 14 similar looking really tiny little balls. And I actually enjoy doing this. This is actually like a stress reliever for me, and this is the reason why I'm making a video on it. I didn't want to at first, but then I was like, wait a minute. People actually might want to do this because this is actually really fun for me. Especially if you like creating things and, creating memories with your children. Granted, Caleb's not here with me right now. This is because I'm actually doing this separately for you guys. I'm showing you how I did the initial ornament that I made. So I'm basically making 2 of them. But it's such a random cookie that I'm pretty sure you can have 2 of them and it won't be too crazy. I don't have 2 eat me's or 2 take ones. I just have 2 of these tiny little orange cookies with pink on the front. Okay, so this is the part where you're going to be able to tell how big each circle is, or each round sphere is. So when they're close together, you can definitely tell that they're all different sizes. But I get them as close as I can, and we don't strive for perfection in this household. I think perfection is very overrated. I used to try to strive for perfection, but now I'm just like, it's okay. It looks good enough. It's cute enough. And as you can see, I'm literally licking each sphere because they have literally dried and they are not sticking to my clay. So this is a really cool tidbit and tip if you need it. If it doesn't stick, you can always use Mod Podge, or if you want to, you could literally lick it and no residue comes off on your tongue. You don't taste anything disgusting. It's probably not good for you, but it works. Okay, and this is what I have so far. I'm just taking the little spheres around the edge and I'm trying to make it more square, because sometimes it rounds out on the edges, so you just have to push them in a little bit. But I like the way she's looking so far. She's really cute. Now we're going to do the little squiggles on the top, which is much harder. I want to say these 3 little squiggle lines, oh my goodness, it's not even funny. They are very hard to do. So you're going to see me apply some spit power to this, unfortunately, in order for it to work. So I really hate to promote this, but I got the foam clay on Amazon, which wasn't that bad. And I also got the Mod Podge at the dollar store. So everything wasn't really that expensive. But one thing you absolutely need to know is that if it ever gets hard on you, you absolutely need to add some Mod Podge to the foam clay and squish it around in the bag, and it literally gives it life for the next 48 hours. Like I said, you guys, there's a lot of finagling with these squiggle lines, so that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm just poking some holes, to ensure that it doesn't poof up too much, because I really like the way it looks. Caleb insisted that I make planet pies. Look at Saturn! Look at Saturn! Oh my god! I'll show you later on how I get them together. I basically use a wire and I connect them all together and I, make them into a little circle. This one is basically an ornament for a friend for Christmas this year, and I haven't assembled it yet, but this is basically what I have. A little goose head, a little football, a little Nerf gun. Don't comment on my football. Okay, so basically we're taking the last piece of a cute little charcuterie board that I made because I had extra foam clay lying around and I was like, okay, I have all the colors to make a really, really cute little charcuterie board. So right now we're taking the cheese and we're trying to place it in a good location. And as you can see, I got some gherkins, I got some pepperoni, we got some crackers, bread, and some fruit and some jam, I think. I don't know. I basically just used what we had left over. But it is so cute, you guys. Like, this is one of my absolute favorite things that I have ever made, ever. I remember seeing stuff like this, like on my grandmother's, what was it? It wasn't even, it was her fridge. She would have stuff like this made all the time, but like, it wasn't out of foam clay. It was basically out of like regular clay. But I used to love this stuff all the time. And it just reminds me of my grandmother. Did I lose a gherkin? I think I lost a gherkin. Also, you guys, trying to stick these tiny, tiny little, like, weightless things, and they're just basically sticking to my fingers. It's like so hard to get them to stay. Look at this. I'm like, please stay. Please, please stay. I have another gherkin, but I don't know if I can fit it. Yeah, that's too much. That's too many gherkins. Sorry, and this one's really big. This one's like a really, really curved gherkin, so I don't think it will look good. Sorry, buddy. We still love you. I mean, I made an extra pepperoni, but this one was too fat and short, so that's why I went with the longer pepperoni. Us girls, if we have to choose a pepperoni. I decided not to incorporate the blueberries because the blueberries were too big, and you usually have grapes with charcuterie board, and sometimes you have berries, but not often. So that's why I put cherry tomatoes and some jam or whatever the heck that could be, and it could really be. I love the little slit I did in the cheese. Oh my god, I'm literally in love with the little slit. I can't. Hey, I found another cracker. We gotta add this cracker too. No cracker goes unnoticed on this channel, including me. Ah, ah, ah. So much. Don't even need that much. Just need a tiny bit. Eh. So after you put Mod Podge on these things, you definitely want to put them on something plastic because it will stick to surfaces. Okay, you guys, so I thought it would actually be easier if I stuck a real hook in this. So I literally got my Christmas hooks out and stuck it right into the foam. And let me explain. So the foam is still like pliable on the inside, and as long as it doesn't like stick out and as long as it doesn't like look weird, I feel like this could work. I feel like this could work for a very long time. So we're gonna do that and we're gonna see how that lasts. But so far, it's working. It's a really good idea. So this one is thinner. So this one I waited till it was fully dry. Oh, look at my little Caleb's little rice people. He really wanted rice people in one of the ornaments, but I said, oh, those rice people are really small. So I just incorporated them in the charcuterie board. So this is me piercing the little charcuterie board because I actually recommend if it's thinner to do it when it's dry, but then when it's thicker, I think you should put the hook in while it's still pliable because I don't know. There's something. First of all, it's so satisfying just to stick in a hook, into like a big piece of foam clay. Okay, so I'm taking some foam clay and I'm taking some Mod Podge, not well, and I'm basically just applying it all the way around. I'm blowing on it because that spreads it much quicker and much easier. And also, you guys, if you're working with dark colors, you want to do this really, really fast because they bleed. So this is the only like cautionary tale about making these ornaments is that you need to do it fast. Thankfully, I'm using like orange and pink here, so these don't really bleed together. But like when I was doing, the dark, dark, dark charcuterie board in the background and like trying to like, I think I was trying to seal the cheese, but at the same time, I was also trying to seal it to the charcuterie board. So once you do like a little swipe of this, like on a darker color, you want to like swab it onto a paper towel because like it will transfer onto like a lighter color if you are doing like a whole piece. So that's the reason why you saw me like, sometimes I'll seal them individually. Like I on the charcuterie board, I sealed the bread first and the grapes first. I sealed everything individually, which is the way to go. Don't seal them all together when you have glued them all together. Seal them individually. When you get these kits, they come with like really small tools, and one of the small tools you can literally use as like a little post. You can stick a hole in the back of your creation, which helps it dry and will help in the long run. Okay, now you want to stick it somewhere where basically no one's going to touch it. So I put it in my kitchen because this is like an area where like it's just not going to touch anything. And you're going to take your paintbrush and you're going to wash it because it will turn very, very hard. You won't be able to use it. Okay, you guys, so these are the ones that I made with my son. He absolutely loves when I make him foam clay ornaments. We have so much fun. This is the absolute first one that I made, and I it's just such a stress reliever, and he really wanted like little candies, and I really wanted, little cookies from Alice in Wonderland. He wanted little pies. We started with little pies. I know you're like, oh my goodness, this is so like innovative. Like, no, we literally started just making pies, and this is how far we've gotten in like the last like 3 years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this because I definitely enjoy making. All right, this is what the charcuterie is looking like. And this is Caleb's little rice men, which I absolutely had to incorporate because how cute, how cute, how cute. And then, I couldn't fit the blueberries, but, we made that into a separate ornament itself. And then those are his planet pies. I literally put them in a little circle. And we basically put them on the tree, not like, we didn't hang them on the tree, but we put these blueberries on a tiny little tree in the kitchen. Oh my goodness, he absolutely loves them. He thinks they're like the best thing ever. So I couldn't throw those little blueberries away. Like, seriously, it cost like what, $15 maybe? $18 for this set? Like, so cute. So adorable. Such a good idea. You guys should definitely do it if you think that your kids would be into this, because this is honestly one of the best things that I have ever done. And I have always, always, always wanted to make these ornaments. The candy ornaments used to be like glass ornaments, and then like Caleb lost them. He used to play with them like year round. They used to be like glass or like acrylic, and he used to play with them year round. So if you're wondering why they look so specific, like one of them is yellow and black and has dots all over it. It kind of looks like a bee. Yeah, that one. That's another Alice in Wonderland cookie. My charcuterie board. My little pies, rainbow pies. That's where it all started with the rainbow pies. I love them, you guys. And then he has his little planet pies in there. I thought that was cool. We just like placed them in there. It's so much easier to do with a fake tree, you guys, because you can just flatten it. And then the blueberries and me in the background. Okay, you guys, I was just about done editing the video, but you guys have to see one last thing. Ferguson's paw. And Ferguson, I moved him up here. Isn't that? I cannot. I cannot. So cute. Okay, sorry. I have subjected you to enough. We definitely moved those blueberries since then. They are literally in the kitchen right now. Okay, you guys are not ready for the cutest thing of all. I literally made a Jack Skellington table. Look how cute it is. Oh my god. I literally looked up pictures of Jack Skellington's table. It was very, very, very hard to do. You cannot find pictures of that freaking table online. And it was so hard to like find just like cute things to put onto his table. But I found at least 6 things that I could put onto his table. And granted, they are not the same color. They are not the same, but they are close enough for me and cute enough for me. I'm very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself. I think this looks absolutely adorable. And please don't sue me if you see this. I'm not selling it. I just made it for myself. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I most definitely enjoyed making it. And I hope maybe one year, or maybe just for fun, you could make little trinkets, or you can make ornaments, or you could make, magnets for yourself, or maybe your loved ones, or I don't know. If you can, possibly do this as a stress reliever, I'm happy. I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to show you what we do in my household, and this is what we've been up to lately. So I hope you guys like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Happy holidays.